Yo, it's your boy Six and welcome back to another self-working card trick tutorial. I'm gonna be honest with you all because I'm surprised I didn't make this video sooner. See, this is one of the first card tricks that I've ever learned in Magic. And I don't really know who created it. It was taught to me in a magic shop. The best that I do know is that it also appears on an old VHS tape by Michael Ammar. I think it was like Amazing Card Secrets by Michael Ammar, something to that effect. And it's a really powerful effect, and it's really, really simple. And it's so good that it's actually the go-to effect that I use whenever I teach somebody card magic. And I've used it around the world, literally as I traveled with Magicians Without Borders, or even in New York City, performing with the Hocus Pocus Project in hospitals and prisons. It is the go-to card trick that I use to teach somebody magic. But there's a bigger lesson here than just the trick, because the trick is great. But I'm gonna show you two things that you can do to your magic to make you an even better magician. And I promise you, your spectators are gonna react in ways you've never seen before if you listen to these two things. The first thing is personalizing the magic for your spectator. So after I teach you the basic effect, I'm gonna show you how I use the same concept and personalize it for the spectator. And the next thing is making the effect even more impossible. And how does one do that? Well, I'm gonna show you how to take this same basic card trick, then tie it into the idea of predicting the lottery. And this is huge. I'm telling you, if you listen to these two things, all your magic will improve. And you can actually apply these same principles across many effects. But enough about this, let's take a look at the performance of the effect, and I'll show you a few more performances later on, as well as those tutorials as promised. So welcome to today's video, and if you're new here, as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button to get all the latest videos. Alright, so I'm going to show you the basic card trick, but make sure you stay with me through this entire video because I want to make sure you get the key ideas of how to make this more personal and that lotto prediction effect. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to begin with a deck of cards, and you go through and you have the spectator select a card. In this case, it will be this card, and it's the Queen of Diamonds here. And we're going to take the Queen of Diamonds and we'll lose it somewhere inside of the middle. Watch what happens, because if I snap my fingers, I can actually get one card to turn itself over. Check this out. One card turns over, and only one card. It is the 5 of Diamonds. Ta-da! What do you? That's not the card? I didn't say it was the card. All I said was the 5 of Diamonds. I turned the card over magically. That's amazing. It didn't have to be your card to be. But let me take it a step further. It's actually an indicator card. You know what it indicates? It indicates that I messed up. Yeah, I messed up pretty bad. But don't worry, I have a way out. It's actually a 5, and it really is an indicator. You see, because if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then I'll find your card, the Queen of Diamonds. And just because I messed up, I'll go out of my way for you, and I'll go ahead and I'll make sure I get the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces as well. And there you have it. So as promised, super simple. All you're gonna have to do is take out the 4 aces from a pack of cards. Go ahead and take out any 5 card that you would like. And that's it. This is going to be your setup. Super simple. Take the 4 aces, place them face down on the table, just like you see here. Take any 5, again, doesn't matter, clubs, hearts, spades, diamond, your choice. Place it on top, and take the rest of the cards, all shuffled, doesn't matter, and place that right on top. This all goes inside of your card box, and at any moment's notice, you are ready to perform. And here's what's going to happen. You take the cards out, and you're going to have a card selected. Now, you want to make sure that you don't go too far to the bottom, right? You don't want to expose the face-up card there. One thing I like to do is I keep my pinky at the back. This keeps the cards a little more secure and straightened so they don't slide around, and it prevents me from spreading too far. I'll spread over a few cards, have the spectator take one out, whichever one they want. They can look at it, in this case the 5 of spades, place it on top, and all I do is give the cards one cut, because look what happens when I do the cut. Because this 5 is on top of the deck and now I'm cutting the packet, right? The other cards from the bottom are now being placed directly on top of the spectator's card. It's basically setting up the effect for you. So I just got to give the cards one cut, just like that. And now all I have to do is, you can use my jokes that I gave before, snap my fingers and show that one card turned face up. Here's the big important part. Take all of the cards above the face-up 5 and place those to the table or underneath the packet, because this other packet, the 5 and all the cards beneath it, have to go all the way to the top as one unit. Now I can take the 5 off, say I messed up, count down 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The 5 is always going to be the other selection. And then finally, just because I messed up, snapped my fingers, say I'll be nice today, I went ahead and found the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Now you can do any 4 ace effect. Now, because this effect has a small setup, you can do so much more with this concept. Let's take it a step further. Imagine you were performing for a spectator, right? Someone you never met before, and you were able to get some personal information about them. Maybe it's a zip code, maybe it's their cell phone number, and you can still do the same effect. So for instance, if I was performing it with someone's cell phone number, I'd have them go and take a card, look at the card, in this case the ace of clubs. Same idea, I cut the cards, snap my fingers, and one card turns itself over, ta-da! Oh, well, that's not it? Okay. Sometimes I make mistakes, I'm a magician, but it's an indicator card. If I count 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the next card will be the ace of clubs, the spectator's selected card. But even more impressive than that, this card may have a familiar ring to it. Actually, these cards may have a familiar ring to it. Not just any ring, but maybe it's your phone that rings, because look, it's 5, 5, 5, 8, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 3. Is that your phone number? And then you can reveal the spectator's phone number. I just made up a phone number here. I know movies always use 555, so I just went with 555. I just felt like that was the right thing to do. But yeah, so maybe you're performing for someone that owns a business. This could be the phone number to their business. It could be the phone number for a business that you're performing for, right? Maybe you're at a business, and you can have their phone number appear for your spectators and give it away, or at like a trade show or something of that effect. But yeah, in New York City, it's 917-646, all that kind of stuff. I'm not giving you my phone number. But yeah, 555 is just a random number. It's not a real number. Don't call this number. Let's take a look at how to now apply this to the lotto. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this version, which you've been waiting for, the lotto prediction version. Here's what I do. I take a deck of cards, same idea. A card is selected, looked at. In this case, we get the king of diamonds, and it gets cut and lost into the pack. And then I say, if I snap my fingers, one card turns itself over, and it's the 10 of clubs. Ta-da! It's not your card. I know, we've been through this before. But it's actually, you know, maybe I can get lucky today. Maybe I need a little bit of luck. So let's try, let's test my luck. If I count 10 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next card might look familiar. Your card, the king of diamonds. Perfect. Wow, can you believe it? But you know, I promised you, I need a little bit of luck, and I really did get lucky. A lot more lucky than you know. I really mean that, because look, if you look inside the card box that's been here the entire time, I actually had something inside. I had a ticket. It's a lotto ticket, and you can actually read those numbers there on the ticket. I'm gonna make sure it's in focus. We got 4, 8, 23, 44, 58, and 22. Huh, this is strange, because these cards that I've had here the entire time, well, what I didn't tell you was that it was 4, 8, 23, 44, 58, and 22. We actually went ahead and we were able to predict the lotto. How crazy is that? And there you have it, the lotto prediction. Let's talk, because I have some tips for you on how to make this work. So let's look at the table for a second. I want you to notice that the lotto ticket, all I did simply was go ahead and buy a lotto ticket with the numbers on it. I picked the numbers that I wanted. Aside from choosing the numbers that I wanted, I made sure that the numbers, the first two numbers were single digit numbers. So I had 4 and then 8. And the reason for that is that if you had something like a 20, people might expect a 0 after the 2. But because I have a 4, nobody's expecting a 0 before it. So I can get away with a single digit. And this allows me, because of the amount of numbers in this lotto ticket, to be able to use just 10 numbers. So I can do the countdown to 10. Now your state may be different. Maybe you have 7 numbers in your lotto. Maybe you have 8 numbers in your lotto. Whatever the case is, don't go more than 10 is really what I'm getting at. A, because then there's no more number cards. You have to use like a jack, queen, or king. But aside from that, it's just too much, right? I like 10 at the most. If I can get away with 8, I'll find a way to get 8. But for now, I use 10. So what I do is I set this up. I got the 4, the 8, just like this. And what I do actually is I reverse count it, because this is my order that the cards have to be in, and I reverse count it. And the reason why I reverse count it as part of the setup, and then I'll drop this 10 on top, is because when I deal the cards again later, they're going to reverse themselves. But I want to be able to spread it the way I spread it so they can read the numbers. So that's an important feature as well. So what I do here is I go ahead and make sure that I got the 10. We get rid of the lotto ticket for now. the 10, place this on top. And now I use this, right? So I go through, card gets selected, same idea. In this case, 10 of diamonds, cuts into the pack. I go ahead and spread through, one card flipped over, cut it to the table, drop this on top, just like we did before. And now I say I need a little bit of luck. But let me see how much luck I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next card will be their card, the 10 of diamonds. Now I place that off to the side. Now this lotto ticket has been inside the card box the entire time. And I'll show you how I take the cards out with the lotto ticket in there. But for now, let's talk about this, how I spread the cards. So now I'm going to come here and notice, because I reverse counted them, now they're actually going to be in the right order that they should be from top to bottom. But now when I spread them, I want to spread them from my right side all the way to my left side. So now for the spectator's view, for what they're looking at, they can see the cards much clearer. They can see the 4, the 8, the 2, 3, as well as the rest of the numbers. And you can separate them a little bit. Say, look, I got a 4, I got an 8, I got 2, 3. Show them like that. You notice how they're right next to each other. 4, 4, 5, 8, and finally 22. Now let me give you an extra little tip. I'm just gonna slide this over so this fits. Another tip here. Notice what I did is I separated them by colors. I made my numbers so that the pairs would go together in colors. So the red, then black, then red, then black, red, and then black. And I do that because I think it just fits together. So if spectators like, oh, well, maybe you meant 34. I was like, no, look, I matched the colors even too. That's not gonna happen really, but I just think it's a nice little touch to be aware of. So another good point is to separate them by colors. In fact, another way in which you can do this is, besides separating them by colors this way, maybe all of these cards are black, and if you had a Powerball number or something, like the last number, that would be a different color. So you can have that be a different color in that case as you present it. So what's that gonna look like? Well, let's say I had all red numbers, and then these were the lotto numbers, and then finally the Powerball number would be a different color. So then you could do it that way. I like to just separate them by reds and blacks. I think it makes it a little bit clearer. As for the cards inside the box with the lotto ticket, here's what you do. I take the lotto ticket, I fold it in half, I place that right on top, and that goes inside the card box with the lip towards me. Because this way I can tap it down, it goes inside. So now when I want to take out the cards, I can open the box, and this is how I normally open a box anyway. And then when I go to take the cards out, because that lip and I tap the cards, the lotto ticket's a little bit further down, I can simply place my finger there as I pull with my thumb. So this way, as the friction comes out, my finger can still hold back that lotto ticket. And now, once I get about halfway, I can simply turn the cards and then let the box close. Now don't forget, nobody's paying attention to you taking the cards out the box, so it's not that serious, but sometimes you just want to be a little cautious. This way they don't know it's inside there. You can also just have it in your wallet if you really wanted to. I like to have it in the card box so it's out there in full view the entire time, and then from here you can go directly into the effect. So there you have it. Again, important lessons to be learned here. Personalize your magic. Make something about them. They're going to freak out even more so than just the 4 aces. Aside from that, how do we make it more impossible? Well, predicting the lotto is very, very impossible. So this is another great way in which you can take your magic to a whole nother level, all with a basic beginner's effect. So there you have it, folks. I will see you all in the next episode. And as always, be sure to subscribe and comment down below which one do you like better.